Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and please make sure you subscribe and share these with everybody else that you know in our industry, because I would love to build a community to talk about topics like my team is busy, but are they efficient? My team's always doing something, but what are they doing? As a dentist, I hear a lot of times that dentists, they know that their team's doing work, right? That we know that we're busy, but the issue or the question that arises is, are they efficient? Are we efficient as a team? Does everybody know where they're going and what they're doing? So how do we handle that, right? We have a busy office, but we're not hitting goals. We're stressed out. We're doing the best we can, but we're not very efficient. So the first thing to talk about really is, where are we going, right? Like, we can be busy. I can get busy all day long at work and around my house and doing things. And at the end of the day, I'm like, I got nothing done. We have to know where we're going. So doctors, you need to talk to your team about what's your plan, where's your goal, where do you want to go? Team members, you need to think about, how do you play into that goal? What's your goal? Where do you want to take your career? What do you want to do in your day-to-day, in your job, in your life? What's your intention? What's your goal? Because if you know your goal is to get all the patients scheduled and get them in to show up and really take care of our patients and help grow the practice by X amount, now when we're doing things, we're going towards the goal. If we don't know what the goal is, we're just busy. We're just doing things and we're not reaching the goal. So first is to talk about, where are you going? Where's your practice going? What do you want? What's your goal in life? What's your goal with your practice? What's your goal this month, this week, today? Okay. Where is your goal? What's your intention? Then the next thing is to really start to break down, what are you doing to get there? And not everybody knows what they need to do to get there. Many times we get busy doing things, but they're not the best things we could be doing for our time. So having personal thought, looking in the mirror, sitting down, looking at your day, working as a team, doctor working with your employees, what are you doing to hit your goals? Where are you spending your time? The one resource we don't have enough of in a dental office is time. So we have to make sure that we're being efficient with our time and we know what we're doing to reach our goals. And then next is going to be to communicate, to be held accountable, to be responsible for yourself, your team, and your goals. So when we know now what everybody should be doing, we know if I know what I should be doing, I know what you're supposed to be doing. Now we can hold each other accountable. Now we can, report to the dentist or the office manager. Now we can let somebody know I'm going to do something and they know it's going to happen and I know what they're going to do, and we're all working towards the same goal. So now it's responsibility and accountability. And this takes regular communication. I believe it takes check-in. You got to check in. You got to make sure everything's happening. You got to report on it. I love softwares like Dental Intel, where we can actually see what you've done all the way down to in the last hour. What have you done? And maybe you got off and did some other things. That's okay. That's great. But let's get you back on track, because this is your goal. This is where you're going. So really holding your team accountable. My biggest thing is, we need to remember who we work for and why we're here. Ultimately, we work for our doctors, right? Doctors, your name's on the wall. You're the reason we have jobs. And so you need to make sure you're holding your team accountable. And team members, you work for that doctor. They don't work for you. So when the doctor asks you to do something, when the doctor wants you to talk about what you're doing throughout the day, this is part of your job. And it's important that you do it. Doctors, you need to manage your team, lead your team, right? To lead by example, to show them how important it is to know the goals, what are we doing, and accountability. But ultimately, guys, we work for the patients. We need to remember why we're here. We're here to help our patients live longer and live a better life. And so we need to make sure we know what our goal is, because if we don't know what our goal is and we're busy, but we're not effective, we're not going to help a lot of patients. And that's why we're here. So make sure that you're having these conversations with your team, either as a group and or one-on-one, and really talking about your job as a hygienist, as a scheduler, as a receptionist, as a dental assistant. What's your goal? What are you trying to do? What do you do day to day? Is that going towards the goal? And are we being effective at it? You start having these conversations, putting in some metrics so you can measure how everybody's doing. Your practice is going to be more efficient, more effective, and ultimately you're going to help more patients. So there's my thought on busy versus effective. We have a ton more information about this on Front Office Rocks. Holding people accountable, having checklists, knowing your jobs, getting training, all of that is getting someone from just being busy to being effective. We can help you with that. If you have comments, questions, write them below. Make sure you subscribe, get a notification for when I put another video out. And thank you for listening, being involved, and staying in tune with us at our YouTube channel. So thanks, guys. Have an amazing day.